Great advice from Jerry Brooks.
Educators. If I, as an adult with a higher degree that knew exactly what was going on and knew why I was crying watching TikToks and arguing with somebody that I wouldn't usually argue with, I knew exactly what was happening. If I, as an adult, was unable to regulate my own emotions, how can we expect elementary school, middle school, and high school kids to walk in the door every day and be able to regulate their own emotions?
If you're an educator, but also if you're a parent, you should follow Jerry Brooks because he really tackles a lot of issues that happen in schools with parents, with teachers. But this one, it hits home because I remember early in my career, I would have some kids who would come in and maybe snap at me. And I would get so offended because I was a teacher and how dare they, not realizing that kids are coming in with intangible weights on them. And those weights could come from family situations, they could come from social situations, they could come from bullying, harassment, boyfriend, girlfriend issues. They are carrying things with them that we might not know about. And a great but sad example of this was a kid I had, I think it was my third year of teaching, and he came in one day and I said good morning to him and he completely ignored me. And I said, good morning. He turned around and gave me what for? And I was, very shocked. And when I pulled him aside later and I talked to him about it, kind of broke down. And he said that his parents both worked 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. That was their shift. They would go to the bar after work with all of their friends until it closed at 2 a.m. And then they would come home and party with their friends at least 3 to 4 days a week until 6 a.m., which was when he needed to get up for school. So he really wasn't being parented at all. He was exhausted. He had younger siblings that he was in charge of getting them fed for dinner. He was carrying that weight of the responsibility of being pretty much a child without parental guidance and then having to parent his sibling. So as Jerry says in his video, a situation happened to him, and even in his fully formed adult brain, it was tough for him to regulate what was going on because it was a very nerve-wracking, intense situation, and it took him a while to let the adrenaline go down and calm down. And we have kids who are coming into our classrooms after incidents have happened or coming into school after having a very rough night at home. And we're immediately saying to them, pay attention right up here, snap to it while I talk about the beats in iambic pentameter. And that's just not always going to be realistic. So I tried to give some grace to kids who came in and maybe weren't themselves that day. Let me know what you think or how you've handled these situations in your classrooms.